He's directing play out there. He's getting in, working under the ball, packs himself hard and directing the ball to the forward line quickly.
Start of the third term, Thompson goes up against Shembry still on the ruck. It's 3 points of difference, 10-5 to 8-14. First free kick going to Bannockburn. Troy College with it in the middle. And the 100-gamer for the Tigers. The first kick of the second half. Just drills it towards half forward. Hewitt can't pick it up. Musara can, running across defensive 50. Handball out wide and finds his teammate and Resta. He's just inside defensive 50, mucking around with a little bit. Short little kick. Coming in. And, well, Valicia with his pace got there first. Kick around the corner, out wide towards Beck, who should have got it in the first place. He has now on half back, runs out wide and kicks it towards Hawks, who takes the mark uncontested. Thompson in front of him, gets a right foot kick long towards the forward pocket. Punch away by Rose. Second effort by Calvert was okay. Gets it back towards Shembry. He's tackled, loses the ball. Calvert at 50, goes on the left boot, going to fall short. Lee in front, Perkins from behind, off hands. Who's going to be there first? Well, Perkins was waiting for somebody else, and he wasn't there. Warren Foley was, and he kicked the goal.
See, that was a real opportunist goal, Laurie, because there wasn't anything in that, and Foley just found his way through the pack and put the foot to the ball.
Yeah, they're a great little goal. He's a good little opportunity player too, and he swooped on that and made... You knew where the goals were already.
Minute gone this third term, and it's Werribee Central's 9-14, and that is 68. And they're back in front. Bannockburn 10-5, 65. Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, so 3 points of difference. Warren Foley's first goal.
And the way the wind's been looking, Laurie, what would Werribee need to be in front by 3/4 time to?
I would reckon 3 goals, Eric.
Back in the middle, Shembry gets it down. For Stuka's there. Also, Colliger tapped it out. Musara's there as well. Hewitt looks to have moved up the ground from full-back. Kicks it out wide, and it is out of bounds. Right on centre wing where the interchange comes here at Galvin Park. At the MCG, it is Essendon by 51 points, 12-10. They're leading the Carlton side at the MCG. So, big win on the offing there for the Bombers. Back in play here at Galvin Park. Shembry gets it straight down to Valicia. Tumbling punt towards centre half forward. Not good for Howlett. Has to sit and wait. Coming through also was Foley, the last goal scorer. Coming through also Resta. Got his handball away, but only as far as Phil Egan. Didn't know where to go. Didn't have much support. Gadd runs through. Tries to handball it away to Connors. Dropped the ball, said the umpire. And it will be a free kick to Kinnear for Werribee. Just on the outside of the centre square at centre wing. Goes short now towards Festuca. It's all right. He takes the mark. Now Jason Festuca says he wants to go long, and he goes now with the left boot towards Howlett and goes up. Howlett can't take the mark. At the front of the pack, he works pretty hard again. So does Egan. He's at the front as well. Shuffles the handball out over the head of Connors. Running through Nick Smith. Handball. Missed Shembry. Has to run back on it. Still in the middle of the ground now. Slick handball out towards Beck. He's got Matheson running past. Knew he was a left footer, so I thought he'd turn around and kick with his right himself. It's out wide. Foot race now. Doesn't bounce for either of the Werribee Central's forwards. Handball by Broome. Puts Rick Harding under pressure. Outside 50 now. They handball back towards Troy Colliger. His handball to Kevin Connors, and they're away now. The Tigers on centre wing. Go towards half forward. Flanagan called out. It's in front. Free kick for a hold, said the umpire. Play on advantage. Goes to Mick Turner. He handballs over the top of Clinton Shaw. Taps it back to Mick Turner. He's going to have to be quick here. He is. He turns it around. Up towards full forward. Andrews now looking like, well, Andrew Gaze. He's got the headband on and everything like that. And it's off his hands. That's obviously the blood rule. He's been off the ground for 3 times in the first half. He's now got that stitched up. And it's a boundary thrown in the right forward pocket for Bannockburn. Kicking against the Breeze in this third term. Turner and Shembry. Shembry with the backhand gets it away. Only as far as Pavic. He's on the boundary line. He kicks it back inboard. Good disciplined play. Andrews stands and tries to take the mark. It's over Flanagan's head. Running at it, Connors. He taps it over intelligently to Flanagan. He shuffles it back to Egan. Oh, puts the coach under pressure. Blind turn. Oh, stands his ground. Does well. And the kick is poor off the boot and out of bounds on the full. He's pretty tough in those, isn't he? Be able to stand pretty strong, isn't he?
Physically very strong. Just broke those tackles very, very comfortably, and the pity of it was that he just didn't finish it off with a kick. Probably got off the toe of the boot, Laurie, I thought.
I think it was a bit rushed, Eric.
So Werribee Central's now clear the ball. It's a pretty ordinary kick away from the defensive area. Brett Harding perhaps a bit stiff not to get a mark there from behind. I think he was the only one to touch it.
I was going to say, well, wasn't the mark. He touched it first and grabbed it second.
Yeah, very poor defensive effort from Werribee, and they're in a bit of danger here. Shembry, high in the air, gets the tap down to Masara. Masara, well, shovels the ball out eventually, and it finally comes to, that was Shaw, high in the air towards full forward. Big pack go for the ball, comes down to Matheson of Werribee Central's high tackle, and well, advantage paid. It's fallen to Rester. And away he goes for Werribee. Gets the ball to, well, there's player held without the ball in, is it Foley?
No, I think it's Kinnear.
Going to Kinnear. With two small players there. He finds a teammate there in Brennan. And they're just controlling the ball at the moment. Werribee. Brennan turns quickly now. Well, in the back. Oh, magnificent work there by Calvert. He held his ground and put the two hands up. And what a great battle there between he and Rose. They're two great contestants. So Calvert's got 2 to his name. He's going to be kicking from, well, almost on 50 with the aid of a slight bruise. In fact, he's going to be inside 50 when he kicks. Moves in there. Not a bad looking approach. Straight through the middle, and he's now kicked his 3rd goal for the day and the 10th for the Werribee Central side. 10-14-74. They lead Bannockburn 10-5-65, and that's on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard.
And he's been a danger up there all day to Bannockburn, and they're just chipping the ball around a little bit more, Eric, looking for the targets and hitting the targets. That makes a difference. It's all right to get in a position to get the ball, but you've got to make sure you chip the ball to the target, and they're finding the targets now, and if they can continue to do that, they'll get those 3 or 4 goals, which they'll probably need to lead going into the last quarter.
Back in the middle now, Shembry up against Thompson. Umpire throws the ball up. Thompson gets half a tap, gets it back towards himself again. Felicia over the top, goes towards Rester. He handballs to a call, goes out towards Harding and Hawks. Hawks now, handball back towards Beck, who's unattended, gets a kick away, just under pressure, goes to Rester, who followed it up and took the mark. In between wing and half forward on the outer side, players on, gets onto a loping left foot, goes along towards Lee again, stands in the marking contest, can't take it. Foley can't take it with him either. Good tackle though.
Oh, great tackle.
Pings Pavic and holds him there, and it will be a ball up about 35 metres out from Werribee's goal.
Warren thoroughly swooped on that one again.
He reads him well, doesn't
he?
Gee, a lot of potential for a young man.
Ball up now. Thompson up against Lee. Gets there pretty late, Thompson, so Lee plucks it out of the contest, goes towards Perkins. Oh, it's off hands. Kinnear can't quite kick it through, and it's through for 1 behind to Werribee. 10-15-75 the Centurions. The Tigers 10-5-65. And that is on the Lex of Wyndham 3rd quarter scoreboard. 7.5 minutes gone.
Perkins plays on quickly from the full-back position and finds Pavic in the back pocket for Bannockburn. He takes the mark, holds the game up, and he's given the Werribee Central's players the chance to man up. He's gone wide, looking for Egan. Egan against Howlett. Howlett from behind, puts the fist into the ball. Good defensive work. And not often we've seen the two coaches side by side for the day, but there they were, and points there to Andrew Howlett for the Werribee Central side. Out of bounds between wing and half forward. Up high goes Shembry. No, Lee it is. He goes for the 2nd tap. Finally comes down to Gadd. Little handball over the top. Well, that's not so good. Hawks comes in. Not prepared to take the ball. Punches it further forward. Oh, good attack on the ball again by Hawks. Following up. Can't take it, unfortunately. Taps on the ground for Stuker. He gets a little handball out to Nick Smith. He's gone for the check side kick. It's going to be marked in the very last line of defence. Looks like Perkins it was, taking the mark, and he's found Harding wide on centre wing.
Goes towards Rose now, running off the half-back flank. Left foot kick towards centre wing. Brennan leads in the race for the footy and gets the kick away. Back to whence it came. Rose has to run back with a flight of the ball. Ooh. Great courage, Nathan Rose. And Perkins is there in support. Gives it over the top to Broome.
Calvert landed pretty heavily then, I think.
Broome can run from half-back. Goes towards Flanagan. Held on to. Should be a free kick. None forthcoming. Beck is there again. Handball back to Matheson standing. Right on the point of the square at half-back. Goes with a left foot kick towards half-forward. Stanford from behind. Lee, strong, takes the mark. He's a good mark. James Lee goes to the right boot, just sets it up. Nick Smith creates, can't take the mark. Hewitt's there as well. Handball over the top to Rose, who's recovered. Goes with the right foot wide towards Pavic. Will it stay in for Nick Pavic? Because he's got an absolute paddock to run in here. It will, and he's picked it up and taken 1, taken 2 bounces. Drawn a player, short little kick. Oh no, over the top of Turner. And falls towards Brett Harding. BJ out now, looks for Andrews. He kicks it up in that direction. Shaw comes across as well, off hands, comes to the front of the pack. Andrews recovery, couple of players against him. Pack develops, and they hold it in there. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
And Calvert and Rose both okay now?
Yep. After that heavy collision on the other side at half forward. Now it's at the southern end of the ground, half forward flank. Bannockburn attacking. Andrews goes up, gets it down towards Clinton Shaw. Got a handball away under pressure. Pushed out wide and by Thwaites, sees the boundary line and gets it, and it will be a boundary throw in about 45 metres out from Bannockburn's goal. It's 10-15 playing 10-5, 10 points of difference in favour of Werribee, and we've been playing 10 minutes in this 3rd term.
Ball about to be thrown in. Half forward flank for the Bannockburn side. Well, over the top of Shembury there. Ball comes to ground. The Bannockburn side, well, handball on that occasion from East went astray, and we almost had a mark in the...
Laurie nearly got his first possession for the year.
If we'd been moving a bit quicker, we'd have got the handball on the run. So the ball's out of bounds, obviously right in front of our broadcast position here on centre wing. In goes the ball, big pack of players in front of us. Shembury gets the tap forward for the Werribee side for Stuka. Just sheer strength. Took the ball out of that pack, but kicked to the centre of the ground and intercepted there by Harding, and that's Ricky Harding, takes the mark. Looks at Pavic in the middle of the ground. He stops, he props, and just gets his kick ahead there of Foley coming towards him. And goes to centre half forward. Ball comes to ground. Good solid work there by Thwaites of the Werribee side, and bottles it up at centre half forward. And well, probably chopped off a very promising move for the Bannockburn side. They were heading fairly rapidly toward the goal there. Ball thrown up, centre half forward. Matheson does the ruck work for Werribee. Gets the ball to ground. Now it comes clear. That was Valicia. Gets it wide to Beck. Beck goes wide to the lead there of Kinnear. And Kinnear of Werribee takes the mark. Over the top to Hawks. And away go Werribee here. They've got the ball clear. Long driving kick into the full forward position. Rose, great spoil over... that was Colbert there. And finally over the boundary line. And as I said before, what a great contest those two.
They're having a great contest, Eric. Look, one of the things, I think Bannockburn a little bit stop-start. They're missing their targets with hand and foot, whereas Werribee go forward and they seem to find their targets all the time. There's a good movement up that flank.
Lee and Thompson in the ruck contest. Lee gets it down from behind to the front of the pack for a kick for a high tackle. It's going to go to Bannockburn. It's Aaron Broom. Wants to switch play. Goes across the goal to Perkins. He sets him up. He's got Egan in the middle. And he elects to go further afield towards Matthew East. It's a good kick, and Matthew East got it one over the shoulder. No free kick coming through is Rose. Can't take it with him. Calvert keeps his feet. East rips it off him. The umpire says it's mine. And it must be a good game, and the umpires haven't been really involved, have they?
There was a good decision there.
Rose and Festuca end up going up in the ruck. East comes down towards the front. Rose, slick hands to Egan. Handball to the boundary line. Musara's got it, though. Slick handball back to Festuca. Got a couple of steps to drill it long towards centre half forward. Howlett, Lee, they all go up at the front of the pack. Perkins stayed down, got his hands free, got it away to Gadd. Oh, ripped off the footy. And Kinnear can pick it up for Werribee. He's ripped off as well. Hawks coming through Stanford. Also on hands and knees again, fighting hard. Perkins. He's just weighted numbers though with Werribee Central's. Rester gets a kick away. It's close to the boundary on the opposite side back pocket. And Nathan Rose got a bit of time to drill it long towards Connors at 50. Now, from defensive 50, Kevin Connors goes inboard towards Rick Harding on centre wing. He's free, can get right foot kick towards half forward, but out of position. Brennan comes across in front of Clinton Shaw, and they turn the ball over again. That's what I was saying. Brennan goes wide, finds Matheson on centre wing. Uncontested mark. He goes towards half forward. Oh, Stanford comes in. Good punch away from Rester. He gets a handball away, though. Good enough to get it towards the coach, Howlett, who gets a left foot kick long towards Lee again, and Perkins. They're under the pump. The Bannockburn defence falls to the front. Lee does well. Good recovery. Right foot kick around the corner. There's Perkins. Got a hand to it. Did well. He seems to be everywhere there in the back line, Ashley Perkins, and rushed through for another behind to Werribee Centrals. They go to 10-16, 76, and they lead Bannockburn 10-5, 65. Lexus of Wyndham. Third quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing nearly 14 minutes in this third term.
Ball kicked in. Rose. It's the target on the half-back flank. He's given some assistance there by Egan. Finally gets the Egan. Carroll just come on from the interchange and takes the mark over the top of his opponent there in Brennan on centre wing. Carroll kicks in the man to mark. East follows up to give some support, but the turnover's there. It comes to Valicia. Handball long to Masara. Masara now has got plenty of time. That's a shocking kick off the boot. He's fortunate enough because Foley in front grabs the ball, but he's grabbed in turn. The ball comes to ground, and it's picked up there by Stanford for the Bannockburn side. Umpire called it before it happened. Now it's dispute. It's Foley now. Handball to Festuca. He's got an open goal. If he can pick the ball up now, he's got it. Runs into goal and goes bang with the left foot. A magnificent goal by Joseph Festuca under pressure, and has kicked his second goal. And perhaps players a little confused by the umpire blowing his whistle when the mark wasn't taken.
Stephen Gadd was anyway.
So, unfortunately, that's the way it goes. 15 minutes now, third quarter. Lexington Wyndham scored 11-16, 82. Werribee Centrals. They lead Bannockburn 10-5, 65, and in fact, Bannockburn scoreless this quarter.
Yes, Eric, they're having a bit of difficulty getting down the other end. I think the defensive...
Those turnovers in across half forward.
Yeah, very costly, and whereas Werribee are using all their skill areas and getting the ball quickly forward.
And a good finish from Festuca there. Shembry gets it down. Phil Egan, great play, trying to rally the troops here in the middle. He goes long towards Andrews again. Brennan comes back. Andrews can't take the mark. Pulled off the footy. No free kick. And play on. Scott gets it away towards Musara at half back. He's got some support. Gets around Harding easily. And looking for something to kick to. He goes wide with the kick towards Foley. Can't take the mark. Slips over at the crucial stage. Broome has got a paddock to run into. Right foot kick short towards Mick Turner. It's okay. And Turner runs from half forward now. He's back inside the centre square. Andrews gives him a short lead.
But this is where they're holding up, Jason.
Yeah.
They should be moving it quickly.
Turner now has got it. Goes to Egan. Egan can run on and kick from 50. He does now. Hasn't been kicking the ball well, and again it's a poor kick off the boot. Goes towards the left forward pocket, out of bounds, off hands, and it will be a boundary thrown in the left full forward pocket.
Surprises me that Graves just come back on the ground, Laurie, and I think Werribee haven't really had the ascendancy at the throw-ups with him off the ground.
Yeah, there's a couple of little things that worry me a little bit. Gray's one, and I see Zane Carroll. It'll have to be a good reason why he was on the bench for most of that third quarter. You know? Yes. I mean, the young guy should be out there, I think, working.
Well, he's in there working now in the contest. Kick from the pack across goal. Foot race now between Andrews and Thwaites. It's out of bounds in the right forward pocket now, with Bannockburn attacking in this third quarter to the southern end. It's 11-16, 82 Werribee, 10-5, 65 Bannockburn.
See a lot of difference in this defence at Werribee Central's Joseph Hallam to come back after his suspension.
Yes, Matty Hallam to come back in his team. Matheson with the free kick from the ruck contest for a hold against Turner. Goes with the left boot long and wide towards Howlett against Gadd. Gadd got his hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Kinnear comes in, tries to tap it out intelligently to the Hawks, but just couldn't quite find him. And it is off hands for a boundary throw in right on centre wing. On our commentary box side here at Galvin Park. Been playing 17 minutes in the third term. It's going to be Gray up against Thompson. Gray gets it down to the front. Hold, says the umpire, across the face. And it's going to be a free kick to Peter Gray. On centre wing, goes with the right boot towards centre half forward. Broome has to stand there. Hand off by Foley. Pushed away into the hands of Rick Harding. Gets a left foot kick wide towards Pavic. Beck has to make up a bit of ground. Does so. Knocks it away. Pavic, oh, he's going to be in danger here. He's on hands and knees. He holds it in somehow. The umpire says he held it in too long. And it's a free kick to Beck for holding the ball against Pavic on centre wing. Goes wide towards Scott, who's created a bit of room for himself. Run a long way down from the back pocket. Goes to the right boot towards Calvert. Sets him a task against Rose. And it'll be first. Who's first there? Well, there's that pace of Volusia again on the right boot. Right on the boundary line, out of bounds on the full. And it's going to be a free kick to Bannockburn in the back pocket. Try and relieve the pressure for the Tigers.
I think Roland Beck's played a pretty good quarter this quarter. I don't know, half-back flank there. He's moving the ball out pretty well.
That might have been Resta that put over the boundary line there, running down from the wing.
Resta.
I think Volusia's got a bit better disposal than Resta. But now the ball's in the safe hands at the moment of Ash Perkins, right in the back pocket for Bannockburn. So 18.5 minutes gone. Pretty tough, hard third quarter, and still a great game between the two top sides from last year. Perkins goes wide to half back, big pack there in front, ball pushed down by the Werribee players. They follow through strongly. Gee, it's hard to identify them over there. Finally, it's Scott, picks the ball up, drives it back toward the full forward position, out of Lee's hands. Ball in the goal square. Werribee working very hard at the drop of the ball. Come to Hawks, and under real pressure, puts the ball on the left foot, and unfortunately for him, over the boundary line on the full. Bannockburn come back. Well, why is that to go back?
The umpire called time off, did he?
Well, it's the only reason it could have, because there was nobody on the mark, and the Bannockburn players, they played on very quickly, and it's Hewitt, I think, with the ball. Then he's got to come back and do it again. Now he goes for the long kick, long to half-back flank. Oh, up high there was Volusia. Can't take the mark, unfortunately for him and for the Werribee side. Now ball in dispute on the half-forward flank. Volusia unable to pick up the ball ahead of Brett Harding. and ball forced over the boundary line.
You can see why he might ply his trade at Werribee in the VFL.
I think so.
Shortly, Felicia.
Yeah.
Musara coming off the ground, replaced by Barsby. Back into play. And Gray got it down to Stuka, got a quick left foot kick away toward Calvert again over his head. Lee's there also, got Foley in support, and also Hawks, or sets Hawks a bit of a task. Gets the kick away though, towards Perkins. Oh, he's going to be under pressure. Handball straight to James Lee, says thanks very much. As James Lee made him pay, no he hasn't, it's hit. In fact, it's 3 for 1 behind to James Lee. 1 goal, 3 his personal tally. They go to 11-17, 83. Werribee Central's 10-5-65 Bannockburn. Lexington Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. Been playing 20.5 minutes in this third term.
Shaping for a stirring last quarter, Laurie, do you think?
Oh, I think so. I'm sure of that, Eric. Look, it's not easy. I'm a bit critical probably their scrappy play, but it's not easy to get a kick out there.
No, fair, it is not. Well, the ball's come in from Bannockburn, went to Broome. He looked for Harding on centre wing. Harding, Brett, and Brett Harding has put the ball over the boundary line.
So Thompson and Gray to do the ruck work. Kevin Connors comes across to do the roving work for Bannockburn. He's going to push into the front there against Felicia. Boundary throw in now. Gray pushed out of the contest for Stuka's there. Egan tries to create a bit of a path again. Felicia over the top now, and the umpire says it's mine. We'll have a ball up.
3/4 time AFL, Essendon 16-12, lead Carlton 8-7.
So a ball up now in between wing and half forward. Centurions kicking to the northern end in this third term. Gray goes up early, can't quite get the tap down. Falls to the back of the pack, Stanford over the top. Felicia takes it away again, does well. Handball to Hawks. Quick kick by him towards centre forward. Harding goes up, takes the chest mark at half back. He's got Thompson wide if he sees him. He goes in that direction now. And the big man cannot take it. He can't pick it up. And he's up against Bernardo there. He sees it over. And it will be a boundary throw in right on centre wing.
It was a fairly negative option though, Laurie, wasn't it? Going to the side of the ground where the wind's blowing.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a good choice, Eric.
Ball thrown in, centre wing. Gray can't get the ball down. Comes to Egan, free kick over the shoulder. Umpire sees it. And another great contest for Stuka and Phil Egan. Phil Egan, coach of Bannockburn, with the free kick. Sees a lead up half forward. Goes to Harding Brett.
Oh,
and
shocker.
he goes for the lead there of Andrews. The only problem is the gentleman in the crowd took a brilliant mark in the half forward flank position, and limping off the ground, perhaps a calf muscle, is Ashley Perkins. So that's a huge loss for the Bannockburn side, I'd suggest, close to 3/4 time.
Steve Delahunt back on for him. Ball out of bounce from the kick on centre wing. Thompson and Gray to do it all again. Boundary throw in. Gray in front. Taps it, Matty East, runs straight through the pack, does well, gets half a Shepard from Hewitt, which gave him a bit more time, goes to the left boot towards Andrews, goes up, oh, not paid, play on the call. Thwaites gets it away now with a clearing kick towards the centre of the ground, vacant. Felicia, geez, he's pretty quick, he gets over there, well, great play, Steve Gadd, but then drops the footy, and the umpire says a hold. So got rid of the footy and then held on to. Steve Gadd will take it at half back. Oh, wobbly sort of kick, it gets to Aaron Broome okay though, and he runs away on centre wing. Now this is where they're breaking down. He goes to Andrews again. This time the drainer takes it. Strong hand, Shane Andrews. And will kick from 45 metres out. It's 11-17, 83 Werribee. And Bannockburn 10-5-65. We've been playing 23.5 minutes. And haven't scored in this third term, Bannockburn.
This would be a handy one, of course.
It would be. Shane Andrews comes in now. Kicks with the left boot. It's the Stephen Kernahan wobbly punt. Oh, fell into the arms at the back of the pack. And I think that might have been Lincoln East. He couldn't take the mark. It's pushed through for a behind. 10-6-66 now, the Tigers. The Centurions 11-17, 83. Lexington Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 24 minutes gone.
Beck with the ball for Werribee Centrals in the goal square, looking for options. Decides to go long. Gets to 50 metres on the grandstand side. The tap goes forward to East. Long handball over the top to Zane Carroll. Carroll to the goal square. The only person there is East of Werribee. He can't take it, unfortunately. Hewitt up on the forward line. Handball back to Connors. Connors with the hook up. If that's a goal, that's goal of the day. A magnificent goal from Chuck Connors. He would have no idea where that was going, I don't think. He's just thrown on the left foot over the head and floated through.
Tell me he's
the
not going to go over and shake Jake Hewitt said. He put him under the pump, didn't he? Handball back to him. He's got crunched as he kicked the goal.
So 24 minutes in the third quarter now. The Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard. Werribee Centrals 11-17-83. They lead Bannockburn 11-6-72.
As you said, Laurie, they haven't had a lot of the ball right in their attacking zone, but that was a crucial goal, isn't it?
That was a crucial goal, and it was a good one. I think he'd take that, Eric. He'd say he's seen them, I think.
Back in the middle, Gray and Thompson. Umpire throws the ball up. Thompson gets there early and gets it down, but Gray there as well for Stuka. Harding beats him to the footy. Coming through though, Matheson. Oh, great play, Matty East. Has given him something since coming back on the ground. Turner sits through him okay. Oh, he's going to give it to Egan. Sets himself though from 40 metres. Loves the goal, said Eric. Goes in. Has it got the distance? Bernardo's there off hands.
Ooh.
Good play, Bernardo.
It was dead centre.
It was. And 3 for 1 behind. 11-7-73 Bannockburn. 11-17-83 Werribee Centrals. Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 10 points of difference. We've been playing 25.5 minutes. Roland Beck with the footy at fullback. Comes grandstand side looking for Peter Barsby. Can he got the sit at the back? Can it take the mark though? Carroll's through. Gets around. Can he get onto his left foot? No, he handballs to Connors. Last goal scorer. Oh, he handballs to nobody really. Brennan comes across. Got a bit of time. Oh, loses the football. Still handballs it to nobody. And running through Pavic. Harding as well. Creates a bit of a path for himself. Got a high tackle. No free kick. Goes towards Matty East. A left footer. Just tries to drill it towards Turner. Good pick up on the half volley, Mick Turner, but he's surrounded by Centurions. Can they get away? Beck gets a kick wide. The two big ruckmen. Here we go. Gray and Thompson. And also getting out there, Turner. Gray off the ground. And there comes towards Howlett at centre wing. Runs back into play onto the left boot. And great kick. Finds for Stuka, who kept running down the middle of the ground. For Stuka from 50, should drill it. Goes in with the left boot and kicks it, and he knew straight away, didn't he? Goal. Great goal, Jason Stuka. And goal number 3 for him.
Actually, I could see his eyes roll over, and he said, "How good's this?" He looked up, and there was no one in front of him.
What a magnificent kick from Howlett on centre wing. Just pinpoint accurate.
Well, actually, when he gets the ball out there, he swings on his left foot. He looks dangerous, Howlett. He's done that quite a bit today.
So, third goal for Jason Stuka. And they kick their 12th. They're 12-17-89 now. Werribee Centrals 11-7-73 Bannockburn. Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. Just a steadying goal at the 27-minute mark in this third term. Gray and Thompson both get a hand for Stuka. Gets it back. Thompson again, or just slips over the crucial stage. Coming through the middle, Rester. He's at 50 now. Needs some support. Can't pick it up. Now he does. Does well. Harding tackles him. Too high, said the umpire. And it will be a free kick to Rester.
Probably on the way down, actually. Harding was a bit stiff there.
A pretty difficult tackle. Yes. He had to do what he did then,
yes.
and it was probably a 50-50 thing there, and I think the umpire's decision might well be right. I think he did grab him a bit high, but he was very unlucky. He did everything right, didn't he?
Yep.
Rester with the ball. Left footer from 50. Just aimed to the right goal post. He does. Pretty good kick. Has it gone around too far? Well, it's still in play. Falls to the front. Hawks is there. Oh, it doesn't sit well for him. Broome under pressure. And the numbers of Rester's followed up. Will kick a goal anyway. Oh, good play. Came down from the 50-metre line. Folded up, and Sam Rester's got the goal. He's first. And 2 in a minute for Werribee. 13-17-95 now. The Centurions, the Tigers 11-7-73. On the Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes gone, and just the steadying goal, Laurie.
Yeah, it was a handy one for them. I mean, they got the use of the breeze. Bannockburn will come in with in the last quarter, and the stand of the footy's still there, Eric. It hasn't dropped off.
Very good indeed, and you know the skill level of both sides is very sound.
Very, very good.
It's hard to imagine second game of the year. I agree with your comments earlier on. It's just outstanding. Setting a high standard for the rest of the teams to chase, I'd say, Jace.
I think so. Back in the middle, Gray goes up early, Hank gets it down, Egan chops it off. Oh, Thompson just got a hand in there and it got away from Egan. Goes towards half forward now, Hawks. And he's got it, outside 50. Wide, Rose up against Kelby again. Rose does well. And Rick Harding across there also. In support, he gets it again. Quick little kick around the corner. Oh, goes towards Nick Smith running off the half forward flank. Goes into for Stuka and he takes the mark. Easy as you like, 35 metres out directly in front. College are coming from the ground. Clinton Shaw coming back on for Bannockburn as Jason Stuka will line up directly in front for goal number 4.
He's just drifting into the forward line, Laurie, isn't he? They probably need a one-on-one with Stuka.
Well, I was just thinking that. I mean, I've given Phil Egan a lot of credit today, and I think he's played quite well. But you know, you've got to play a lot closer, Jason, for Stuka than that.
So he's kicked his 4th.
I mean, he's kicked 4, and every time he's gone forward, he's gone on his own.
Yeah.
And you can't afford a guy like Festuca to run in the forward line on his own.
Well, those last couple of goals he's kicked have probably maybe turned the game almost in Werribee's favour.
Yeah, certainly.
So now at 29 and a half minutes into the third quarter, Lexus Wyndham scoreboard 14-17, 101. Werribee Centrals, they lead Bannockburn 11-7, 73.
They just seem to be a bit more precise and a bit more cleaner with their general work, I think.
Well, they've struggled to get it in this quarter, haven't they? Bannockburn defended pretty well. From the throw up in the centre of the ground, it's come to East again. Lincoln East on the left foot, drives towards centre half forward. Ball backing back as Matheson can't take the mark, but ball, well, it fell into his arms. He dodges a couple of opponents now on the left foot, drives the big mongrel punt back to centre wing. Werribee at the drop of the ball comes to ground. Oh, there's 3 players. They're going to raffle it. Hawks finally gets it. Handball out to Nick Smith, who was standing still. He follows up quickly, but can't get the ball clear. And now it's Bannockburn side. It comes back to Hawks. Handball out, but the Siren's going to beat them. It goes there for 3/4 time. And the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard at 3/4 time. Werribee Central's 14-17, 101. Lead Bannockburn 11-7, 73.
So in that third quarter, Werribee Centrals kicked 6 goals, 3 with the Breeze, and 1 goal, 2 to Bannockburn. But wasn't until the last 6 or 7 minutes that Werribee Centrals really got on top, and they lead by 28 points at 3/4 time. The goal kickers at the break, 4 goals to Jason Festuca and 3 to Simon Calvert, 2 to Andrew Howlett, and singles to David Matheson, Warren Foley, James Lee, Warren Valisha and Sam Rester. While for Bannockburn, 2 goals to Zane Carroll and singles to Rick Harding, Kevin Connors, Brett Harding, Shane Andrews, Nick Pavick, Corey Flanagan, Mick Turner, Mark Ritchie and Lincoln East. So 3/4 time, it's 28 points difference, 14-17, 101, Bannockburn 11-7, 73. We'll be back.